This is the Bay Show on 97. What's up? I'm Sherry Cola of the Bay Show on Amp Radio, and I want to welcome Starley.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course. How you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good.
Cool. So I want to get to know you. Let's start with the basics because the world knows you, but they don't know a lot about you. And I say this because the internet is convinced that you are 16.
Definitely not 16.
Yeah, I mean, you look 16. You could pass
No,
16, but
Definitely at the age where I've stopped counting. I just kind of just cool. I'm good.
you don't look a day over 7.
Cool.
So we do know that you're from Sydney, Australia,
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm.
Cool. And you spent a little time in London.
Yes, I spent a good 5 years in London, writing and running around in studios and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're from Australia, been in London, but your ethnic background is a little more complex, right? You're
Yeah.
a mix of everything. What's
Yeah.
your mix?
So my mum is half Aussie, and then her father's Filipino and Japanese. And my dad's from Mauritius, which is a small island next to Madagascar.
Cool.
They speak
Nice.
French, African. Yeah.
Nice. A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've never been to Japan or the Philippines?
No, been to Mauritius, never Japan and the Philippines. I'd love to go. Definitely have to taste real sushi in
Yes.
Japan.
I've never been to Japan either. So,
That's a
okay,
trip.
let's go.
That's a trip.
Let's go. Okay.
Girls
Best-
trip.
Yeah. I'm down. So you're in LA now,
Yeah.
and I'm stoked about it. Have you been to any cool places, good restaurants so far?
I've been to this restaurant called Bestia, which I love.
Okay.
They're
Okay, I've
like
heard of it. I
Italian
haven't-
food
yeah.
downtown. Really good. Just I like the clams.
So I love
Seafood.
clams. I'm a big clam fan.
Yeah.
Big fan of clams. And you're so humble. I love it because I saw you tweeted that you just got spotted on the airplane.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
What was that like?
Kind of embarrassing because I was a songwriter before this, so I'm used to being behind the scenes and stuff like that, and that's where I was quite comfortable. So this is why it took me a while to be an artist, because I was happy to be behind the scenes. So now stepping into that and having people recognize me is very different for me.
Touching on the whole songwriter to singer transition, what was the moment when you were like, I'm writing all these songs, like I should be singing?
Yeah, the moment was really when I wasn't getting where I wanted to be as a songwriter. It actually wasn't working out for me in London. I was signed at the time to a publisher, and I decided to come home to Australia. I had to move back in with my parents because I was broke, and I was like, well, I think I have to give up this whole career because it's not working out. I had so many near misses, really close calls, and then it wouldn't happen. And then so I was like, okay, I'm going to become a personal trainer and say goodbye to the whole music thing because I need to get my life together. It's not working out. And I had a lot of judgment from a lot of people that kind of just made me feel even more down about my life and like where I ended up. And then I think because I use music as therapy, I was in my room one night and the song just poured out of me, and it was like a way of me telling myself not to give up and just to keep going. And then I thought of other people that go through other situations completely different to mine, but sometimes way worse, and thinking like, I need to make sure that people feel happy when they hear a song like this. Yeah. So I included them in a situation. I started to think about people that are going through really hard times. And when I finished the song, I couldn't see somebody else singing it aside from me. Like, it sounded like my voice and it sounded like me. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have to face my biggest fear and be an artist because nobody else is going to sing this the way I'm going to sing it. So that's what happened.
100%.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm super stoked that you decided to bring your voice out and share it with the world.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Call on Me.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, your hit Call on Me, super contagious song, and it's just such a feel good, like it's ringtone worthy. You know what I mean? Like, not all songs are ringtone worthy, And there's been a handful of remixes. I think there's 5 remixes, correct? But the Ryan Ryback remix just completely blew us out of the water. It's so special, and he's a fellow Australian, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How did that happen?
So he's from Melbourne. Basically, I signed to an indie label. So I had the first version done. I signed to this small label, and they said, well, they're a dance label, so they always get remixes done. And they said, okay, we're going to send it out to these 5 guys. Are you cool with that? And I said, yeah, go for it. They sent them back to me, and I liked every one of them. I was like, yeah, these all sound cool. And some of them I kind of knocked off in the end, and I ended up with these 5. I had no idea that Ryan's version was going to blow up like that. I had never met Ryan in life. He just smashed that remix. And then later on, when it started to do really well, I was in LA at the time, and he came to LA because he was doing sessions and stuff. And so we met up and we hung out, and it was, both of us were just blown away about how people were just catching on to it and stuff. And it was really organic. Just people just went wild. So it was sick.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You guys definitely have to do another one. Like
I
work together again
yeah,
for sure.
I think so.
And the song just hit platinum in Australia.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you
That's
so much.
huge. But yeah, so speaking of those songs, the cover art for the remixes and the original is a ladybug.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Yeah. So like my whole process with this being an artist now is being as authentic as I can possibly be, and I think that has been able to, it helps me be grounded and it helps me to connect more, and that's all I want to do through music. So I thought I'd do something with my cover art that was very true to who I am. Okay. So when I was very young and there was like family problems or things that would happen that used to get make me feel quite sad, I would walk out into the backyard, and I was maybe 5 years old, and I'd make up my own songs to these lady beetles on a bush that we had in the backyard, and I'd make them crawl on me and stuff, and I kind of felt like I was connected to something bigger when I did that, and I could feel that as a kid. I was always spiritual, so I thought no better way than to give ode and just sort of let people know about what those things mean to me. So yeah, I love lady beetles.
I love that. No, I love that.
You
And
call
that
them
kinda
ladybug.
ladybugs. I guess lady beetles, that's what you call it?
Yeah,
Is that
lady
an
beetles.
Australian
Yeah,
thing? Cool. I'll convert to that. I'll definitely say
People
that
said
from
to me
now on.
lady beetles sound ugly, but I think ladybug, like ladybug.
That's true. You're right.
Nobody likes bugs.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it's a lady, you know. It's like, you know. So I guess that's what makes it more glamorous. But I'll definitely say lady beetles now. But that kind of connects to the music videos. The original music video is very, like you said, like spiritual, one with the earth. I mean, it's you just kind of like almost like finding yourself.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. If you guys haven't seen the video, you're like on a cliff. The remix video is a little more like upbeat in a sense. You're dancing, you know, you're levitating, and I feel like it's just such a good reflection of two sides of you in a sense.
Yeah.
You're Libra, correct?
Yes.
Very
Oh,
very
that's
balancy
crazy.
of you.
Yeah.
Very balancy of you. Explain that. Was that fun shooting those videos? I mean, why did
Yeah.
you choose those premises?
Yeah, so we had the original, so I made the video for the original, just me and two friends, just out in this place called Kiama, which is where I grew up having family holidays and stuff. There was a lot of memories there for me. I was fishing right there with my dad as a kid, you know, so I thought no better place than to do something in Kiama. So we did that, very organic, and the next video, I guess, because everything started to pick up steam, and I signed to Epic in America, so we decided to do something for the new version because people were going wild about it. So we needed like an imagery to go with that vibe. So definitely the dance scene, because I love dancing. Like I'm not a professional dancer at all, but I love to have fun, and I'll be out like in WeHo or whatever, just dancing all night, like with all my friends. We just kind of have fun doing that, and so we thought to include all that stuff in the video for people to see. I'm not just one thing. I'm a bit of everything, and
So speaking of like calling on people, I guess you could say, who's someone that you could call on, like someone that you can count on?
Definitely my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he is my rock. Ever since I was young, like he used to come to my singing lessons with me and stay there and then listen to what my teacher was saying, and then if I mess up somewhere else, he'd be like, but didn't your teacher say this? And like he's very he's very good. And I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and I grew up around men, and they've always sort of made me feel like I'm just the same, like I'm no different from them. And so that helped me a lot, I think, growing up with my confidence and stuff like that. So then dealing in industries where there are a lot of males and stuff, I feel very comfortable around anybody. So so I really value my family for that.
For sure, it's important to have that support and like just, you know, rock. Are there any artists that you would love to work with, or you just kind of see them like, you know, they're doing their thing, I respect them, you know, and kind of like you see them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I was saying before, there's quite a few artists that I love. So at the moment, I would say Chris Martin for sure, Coldplay.
Cool.
I've been listening to all their music, their old stuff, and just so much respect for them. And then probably someone newer would be like Ed Sheeran. I love Ed Sheeran.
Course,
And Sia, Australian powerhouse,
legendary,
amazing. They'd be my picks, I reckon. Yeah.
So cool. I mean, I see that you're in a studio, teasing a little bit on the Instagram pictures of you in the studio. What are you working on? Because we're dying to hear more.
I'm working on my next single, and then my album as well. So I'm really involved in all my stuff. So, and I'm really particular about what I want to go out there. And so just bear with me. But the single's coming really soon. the album's coming after that, definitely this year. Hopefully the first half of this year.
I'm sure it's gonna be worth the wait, 100%. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Starley. All right, this is the Bay Show. I'm Sherry Cola, Amp Radio. We love you, and we're excited to hear more from you. All right. Gorgeous. Okay.
As messy as possible.
Yeah, just rough it up a little bit.
I had to, but it's just I didn't bring the actual cloth. And they're very hard to do.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
That was a practice run.
That was the scrimmage. The scrimmage before the big game.